What's going on, guys, and welcome to a new video. And in today's video I'm starting some sort of like newish series where I'm going to be going through like different movies, different series and everything to do with Star Wars. I'm going to be telling you the top 5 helmets I think we need from each single one of them. So before we get into the video, remember to hit the like and subscribe button if you're excited to see some more Lego Star Wars books. I'm super excited. I think they are so cool to have on display in your collection. If you haven't guessed already by the title, this episode is going to be based around the Clone Wars. This thing that made Lego Star Wars what it is today, if you ask me. It would have never blown up if it wasn't for Lego Star Wars, the Clone Wars, I don't think. It's just was so good. So, number one on the list, everyone is going to probably guess this one. This one's a pretty obvious one, if it is now. And that is Phase 2 Captain Rex. And oh my god, we need a Captain Rex bus. Just in principle, Captain Rex is like the most popular clone, you would say. Obviously, debatable. People have like their favourites from the Clone Wars. But Captain Rex is the face of the Clone Wars, really. So it'd be stupid not to do him first. Obviously, there's Cody as well. Captain Rex Phase 2 is my number one on the list, and we definitely need him. There's been other people that have made him. You could choose between Phase 1 and Phase 2. For the purpose of this video, Phase 2 for me is like what it's got to be at. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be so sick. I really hope we get one, just because I think out of all of them, he's the most obvious one that Lego got to do. Him or someone else who we're going to get into later in the video. Number 2 on the list is Mandalorian Super Commander. So this is one that I've chosen just for the pure design of the helmet. Because obviously Lego aren't going to make faces. Lego, I don't think, are ever going to make faces. I think like the closest they'll probably do to a face is like C-3PO. It's a robot, maybe. Obviously in the past they have made a Darth Maul bust. We might start seeing that route, but this is helmets. And a Super Commando Mandalorian would be insane. The design is insane. Obviously they kind of got a base from the Boba Fett bust that they've already put out, but it would be insane. It would be so cool. The detail on it is incredible. I don't know how they would do that, don't get me wrong. I mean, come on, they get paid to design them, so they'll figure it out. But a Super Commander Mandalorian would be insane, if you ask me. Just the colours, the look. Oh, and they're quite prominent characters in the Clone Wars, like towards the end. So number 3 on the list, I've already mentioned him once, and that is Commander Cody. Obvious one. Commander Cody. It's just gonna be. We haven't got Phase 2 Commander Cody yet, and we definitely need a bus Commander Cody. If Lego even start doing like different bus from different series, a Cody would be insane. The detail, he looks so different to other clones. That's another reason, and it would just be an insane bus to have next to your Captain Rex. They ever did it next to like your other bus, because I feel like they're really collectible. They look insane, and I would love to have like different shells of different like Imperial, Republic, Separatists, maybe even in the future. Who knows? That would be one that I definitely think Lego need to try and do, because that would be insane. Number 4 on the list, and this one is like, you may be saying, oh, why this one, not that one? And I'll give you a hint, because the next one I'm saying is Godsaks. And obviously I could have picked Pre-Vizsla. Saxon is the one that I went for, just because it would look insane. Super Commander Mandalorian next to a Saxon, just because the colours are similar, it would look insane. And the points, the spikes that they could do, I think that would be such a great character. Obviously he's kind of relevant, obviously, because the Clone Wars Season 7 just happened like a year ago, and now Lego is starting to release sets about him, so now would be the perfect time to do it. So I don't see why we couldn't get a Saxon. Obviously I don't think we would, because I don't think he's like memorable enough, things like that, because the busts are mainly aimed at like adults, you know. So Saxon is one that I put on the list because the simple fact his helmet design is just incredible. Like, I would love to have one, a bust of Saxon, but we'll see what happens. Probably not, but that one's on the list because I don't want to go just generic like clone trooper, clone trooper, clone trooper. I want to try and be a bit different and just pick my favourites, but I think the Saxon helmet is probably one of my favourites. And last but not least on the list, obviously there's loads I could have picked from for this list. Obviously there's Pre-Vizsla, Bo-Katan. These ones may be mentioned in other videos down the line, that's why I've left them out of this one, but there's loads of characters I could have picked from. There's obviously different clone troopers. There's Phase 1 plane, Phase 2 plane, there's all the different captains and commanders like Keeley, Fox, Gree, but I am going for the clone that I think we see quite a lot in the Clone Wars is our Trooper Jesse. So I think this would be incredible. You could have the little antenna, you'd have the whole blue helmet that would just stand out in the helmet collection. It would be insane. And I think this would be like a really good one, just to, because I can't imagine if Lego did do this, I can't imagine they'll do what they've done with the Imperial ones. I think they've done what they've done with the Imperial ones simply because they're trying to aim it at adults, and adults are all 30 to like 40 in their mind. So they've gone for the Imperials, because they would have watched the original trilogy, stuff like that. I really hope they go down the Clone Wars route, because then all the adults that have seen both will then be able to get excited about Clone Wars things, and then all the kids that haven't bought or the Darth Vader one, or the TIE Fighter pilot, or the Stormtrooper, because they're not that interested in the original trilogy, will go and like, wow, they've made a Rex, they've made an Alt Trooper Jesse, oh my god, I want it. But that is my top 5 for the Clone Wars. Obviously, like I said, there are loads we could have picked from. Comment down in the description below who you would have picked in this list, just the Clone Wars. And yeah, the next episode is going to be on the Mandalorian. So hit the subscribe button if you can't wait for that video. I've got it all listed down in my head already. So hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, guys, and don't forget to comment down below who you would have had on the list. And I'll see you in the next video.